Hello, welcome to my channel, Another Bibliophile Reads. My name is Greg, and I have a non-garbogist book haul. All these books are certifiably not trash. They are from the New York Review of Books. Periodically, they do 40% off sales, where if you order 5 or 4 more books, you get 40% off. And if it's $50 or more, you get free shipping. And how could I say no to a deal like that? So if you like the New York Review of Books, you should definitely subscribe to their newsletter and get notified of these sales, because the sale is now officially over. So what books have I got in this box? Well, obviously, I kind of know what's in this box already. Okay. The first book is Butcher's Crossing by John Williams. John Williams is more known for his novel Stoner, about a college professor, and that book is fabulous. This book is also very good. I have listened to the audiobook, and I kind of wanted to read this for June on the Range, because this is sort of a Western set in the buffalo hunting era, and we can give it a description. It's the 1870s, and Will Andrews, fired up by Emerson to seek an original relation to nature, drops out of Harvard and heads west. He washes up at Butcher's Crossing, a small Kansas town on the outskirts of nowhere. Butcher's Crossing is full of restless men looking for ways to make money and ways to waste it. Before long, Andrews strikes up a friendship with one of them, a man who regales Andrews with his tales of immense herds of buffalo ready for the taking, hidden away in a beautiful valley deep in the Colorado Rockies. He convinces Andrews to join an expedition to track the animals down, and journey out is grueling, but at the end is a place of paradisal richness. Once there, however, the three men abandon themselves to an orgy of slaughter, so caught up in killing buffalo that they lose all sense of time. Winter soon overtakes them. They are snowed in. Next spring, half insane with cabin fever, cold and hungry, they struggle back to Butcher's Crossing to find the world as irredeemably changed as they have been. I can highly recommend this. It is a fabulous piece of literature, and probably just a good Western. On Being Blue, a philosophical inquiry, William H. Gass. Now this is a short essay, or a long piece of nonfiction, or short piece of nonfiction, about 91 pages. Of the colors blue and green, there have been great emotional range. Sad reds and melancholy yellows are difficult to turn up among the ancient elements. Blue occurs everywhere, in the ice and water, in the flame as pure as in the flower, overheard inside the caves, covering fruit and oozing out of clay, although green enlivens the earth and mixes in the ocean, and we find it copperish in fire. Green air, green skies are rare. Gray and brown are wildly distributed. But there is no joyful swatches of either, or any exuberant black, sullen pink, or acquiescent orange. Blue is therefore most subtle as the color of the interior life, whether slick, light, sharp, high, bright, thin, quick, sour, new, and cold, or low, deep, sweet, thick, dark, soft, slow, smooth, heavy, old, and warm. blue moves easily among them all, and all are profoundly qualify our sense of feelings. Well, I have not read this, but need to go on my list. All right, The Silentary by Antonio di Benedito, and this is translated from the Spanish. The Silentary takes place in a nameless Latin American city during the early 1950s. A young man employed in middle management entertains an ambition to write a book of some sort. But first he must establish the necessary precondition, which the crowded and noisy industrialized city always denies him. However often and he, his mother, and wife move in search of it, he thinks of embarking on his writing career with something simple, a detective novel, and he ponders the possibility of choosing a victim among the people he knows and planning a crime as if he himself were the killer. That way, he hopes his book might finally begin to take shape. I need to put this on a pretty much a read very soon list. Look at the size of this chunker. It is 850 pages long. The Strudel Steps by Hermito von Doderer, and this is translated from the German. The Strudel Steps is an unsurpassed portrait of Vienna in the early 20th century, a vast novel crowded with characters ranging from an elegant, alcoholic Prussian aristocrat to the innocent intrigue to respectable shopkeepers and tireless sexual adventurers, bohemians, grifters, and honest working folk. The greatest character in the book, however, is Vienna, which Hermito von Doderer renders it as distinctly as James Joyce does Dublin or Alfred Dolben does Berlin, interweaving two time periods, 1908 to 1911 and 1923 to 1925. The novel takes a monumental, eponymous outdoor double staircase as a governing metaphor for the characters' intersecting and diverging fates. I need to find time to read this, probably not immediately. The Bog People, Iron Age Man preserved by P.V. Glob. And this is a work of nonfiction. It is about discovering ancient humans in the peat bogs. One spring morning, two men cutting peat in a Danish bog uncovered a well-preserved body of a man with a noose around his neck. Thinking that they had stumbled upon a murder victim, they reported their discovery to the police, who were baffled until they consulted the famous archaeologist P.V. Glob. Glob identified the body as that of a 2,000-year-old man ritually murdered and thrown in the bog as a sacrifice to the goddess of fertility. Doesn't that just sound endlessly fascinating? This is an older book. I remember seeing this book in an older edition when I was in high school, and it was originally published in 1965. It looks like some great nonfiction in the works for me. And that is my short little book haul from the New York Review Books. Go ahead, as I said, please subscribe to their mailing list so you can get notified of their great discounts. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.